Okay, so it is mid-April and it is a very exciting time of year because we have been seed starting. And after seed starting, there's going to be some things that need to be potted up. So come with me and we're going to pot these up together today. Ah! Okay, so I have my plant pots. And I am choosing pots that are about an inch or so wider and an inch or so deeper than my current plant cells. So you're probably wondering, how do I know if these plants are ready to pot up or not? Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is actually check the roots of the plants. I mean, I can see just from a top view that they are getting pretty big. Their leaves are starting to crowd each other. What you're going to want to do is just gently squeeze around your plant cell and then also push up from the bottom. That should sort of ease the soil away from the walls of your container. And then you can just gently turn it upside down for it to fall out. Ah! Okay, so these roots are actually really healthy looking. And what you're looking for with healthy roots is you want them to be nice and white. They should smell good. They should smell fresh and delicious, kind of honestly like a root vegetable, like a really fresh, sweet carrot. Or they even kind of smell like cucumber. They just smell really light and fresh and sweet. And then the other thing you're going to look for is around the bottom of the plant. I can see that this is just starting to wrap around the bottom, but not quite a full round yet. So this is the perfect time to pot up these plants. They are ready to be potted up. If I leave them for another week or two, they will continue to just wrap around in circles, and that is how a plant becomes root bound. Okay, so I also want to show you a couple other examples of roots when they are not ready to be potted up or are starting to get root bound. This plant isn't ready to be potted up yet. As you can see, the roots still haven't reached the bottom of it and they have plenty of room to grow still. This is a geranium plant, and I can see that it needed to be potted up a little bit ago because the roots have started to wrap themselves around the bottom of the pot. It also is very dry and needs to be watered. The other thing I love to do when potting up or transplanting is to water the plants first. This makes it easier for the roots to grow and expand into their new pots. So I'll let these eggplants soak up that water, and I have my potting mix right here. So this is the same potting mix that I used to start the seedlings, but what I'm going to do is add a little bit of slow release organic fertilizer. You can also add any other form of nutrition, so you could add worm castings or some aged compost. This is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. Basically, what this does is it just gives our plant babies a little bit of food in their new home. As plants grow, they start needing more nutrients, and since potting mix is pretty limited, it's important to add some. And then of course, as you know, you're going to want to wet your soil. Okay, so take one of your pots, fill it maybe about halfway with soil, because the other cool thing we can do, and this goes with most plants, is you can actually bury these deeper. So with most plants, you can bury them all the way up to their first set of leaves, and they'll be happy. For other plants, like tomatoes and brassicas, you can actually bury them as deep as you want to. I mean, while still letting some leaves show, of course, and they will actually start to grow roots all along their stem. So I'm sure there's a lot of really good videos out there if you want to see how people pot up tomatoes so that they can get bigger, healthier roots. The more roots you have, the stronger and healthier plant you'll have. So I'm going to go ahead, put that in here, and then just fill in around it with soil. Now I'm going to just below the container here, and I'm just going to press it in gently. Not too hard, but just make sure that the soil is even. And there we go. We have our first one. If you are potting something up with 2 plants in it and you still haven't separated it yet, what you could do is try and save them both. You can gently try and feel out where the roots will come apart. Try and keep them intact with their own root system. Excellent. So I can pot up this little one and this one. So for this little one, I'm gonna have to make it a bit higher. Awesome. Extra plant. But you could see how much smaller this one grew because there was 2 of them to a cell. So if you watched my last video, you learned how important it is to take care of your seedlings and why you should cut away certain plants. So I know I've already watered once, but you're just going to do a really light, even watering. And what this is going to do is allow the soil to settle down around the roots. So just a little overhead watering for this. Normally we do a lot of bottom watering, but this will allow the soil to settle. There, perfect. See, there are also drainage holes in the bottom of this, so that's really good. I want the water to seep all the way through the bottom. And I'm gonna go ahead and put these back under the grow lights. They probably won't need to be watered for about 3 days or so. It depends how much our fans are doing and how warm it is over the next few days. But we've given them a nice fresh pot of soil. We've given them some food with that organic slow release fertilizer, and we've given them a nice deep water. So they're gonna get so big and so healthy. So exciting.